I believe in one secret and ineffable Lord, and in one star, in the company of stars, of whose fire we are created, and to which we shall return, and in one Father of life, mystery of mystery, in his name Chaos, the sole vice-regent of the sun upon the earth, and in one air, the nourisher of all that breathes. And I believe in one earth, the mother of us all, and in one womb, wherein all men are begotten, and wherein they shall rest. Mystery of mystery, in her name, Babylon. And I believe in the serpent and the lion. Mystery of mystery, in his name, Baphomet. And I believe in one Gnostic and Catholic Church of light, life, love, and liberty, the word of whose law is Thelema. And I believe in the communion of saints, and forasmuch as meat and drink are transmuted in us daily into spiritual substance, I believe in the miracle of the Mass. And I confess one baptism of wisdom, whereby we accomplish the miracle of incarnation. And I confess my life one, individual, and eternal, that was and is to come. Aum. 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 That is the creed of the Gnostic Mass. Now it sounds pretty churchy, doesn't it? Excuse me for a second. I'm going to take the phone off the hook before we get a robocall. Sounds pretty churchy, doesn't it? And there's elements in it that are so churchy that at first glance, many of us who have sort of a bad taste in our mouth from our churchy youth might bristle a bit and say, boy, that doesn't sound very magical or very Crowley-ish at all. But when you think about it, it says a very wonderful thing. Now, I'm going to just share a couple of little words on the Gnostic Creed there that Constance and I include in our Mass seminar, and it hopefully will give you a little food for thought if you're thinking about these things anyway. So anyway, the creed is recited by the congregation. Okay, and that in itself sort of makes people uncomfortable because right at the beginning of a ceremony, before anything too exciting happens, before the priest enters or the priestess enters, and then the priest is revealed, this guy walks out, the deacon walks out in his nice yellow robe, and everybody stands up and says what they believe. And that makes me uncomfortable. I don't like going anywhere and just flat out saying what I believe if I'm not sure what it is I'm saying, you know. But what I just read to you is what the congregation and the deacon all say together. So the deacon opens the door of the temple and admits the congregation. And together they recite this creed. They stand up. And our little words about the creed here for the seminar. The Gnostic Creed is the declaration not of our faith, but of our shared spiritual world view. And our agreement on the names and duties of the dramatis personae of the entire cosmos. Now, we're not saying we like to call the different factors in the equation that is existence itself. Well, we're not obliged in our everyday life to call these broad generic concepts this or that. But for the next hour, these generic factors in the equation of existence, we're agreeing to call them these things. Okay, so we could just as easily, and in other circumstances, call, say, chaos, All-Father chaos, we could call it Shiva, and it'd be the exact same thing. Or if we want to get really polemic, we could call the All-Father chaos, we could call it the beast. And the womb wherein all men are begotten, we could say, well, that's just Bina on the tree of life. See, that's chaos there is number 2, the father of life. And the womb and the mother is Babylon. But chaos could be called Shiva, or the beast, and Babylon could be called Shakti, or Babylon, or Hadit and Nuit. Okay. But for the next hour during the Mass, we're agreeing that we're all going to refer to those broad cosmic principles under these titles. So it's not that we're believing in anything. It's like we don't have to believe in existence to know that we exist at the moment. So the Gnostic Creed is a declaration not of our faith. There's not much faith as understood by the Judeo-Christian and Islamic cultures or doctrines. We don't treat faith in the same way. I don't even call Thelema a faith. When they say, oh, it's a faith-based, what's your faith? It's, Book of the Law says certainty, not faith while in life. Okay. Boy, we're rolling right along here. I'm sorry. The Gnostic Creed is the declaration not of our faith, but of our shared spiritual worldview, at least for an hour, and our agreement on the names and duties of the dramatis personae of the cosmos. Starts off by saying, I believe in one secret and ineffable Lord. Okay, Lord is a really loaded term, and now we get into English and the Romance language, Lord, Senior, and stuff like that. But in this particular case, because as we said 2 days ago, as we mentioned 2 days ago, this ceremony is a pageantry that has as its most physical manifested expression in the sex act itself, and the forces and the energies that are aroused, generated, expanded, and used, that we most commonly associate with, metaphorically anyway, with the sex act. Okay, and in this particular case, a sex act, as understood and as used in the metaphor that the Mass is using, is that of a positive and a negative, uh, a protruding thing and a thing that accepts the protrusion. Okay, we don't have to get into super anything, but there's two poles in a battery. Okay, you got a positive pole and a negative pole. Okay, and you've got a pointy thing and you've got a thing that it goes into, and that accommodates the pointy thing. And the pointy thing really isn't a pointy thing unless it is in that. Oh boy, I can see screenshots of this. Okay, but anyway, now. So we are going to be dealing with things like phalluses and yonis, no matter who is expressing the phallus and who is expressing the yoni. Take your pick, okay? They're bigger than biology here, okay, guys? Okay. I believe in one secret and ineffable Lord. Okay, this is what we say. The secret Lord, who is not very secret in a group usually that we're talking with, is the phallus. Now, here you might cry, foul. Why does the phallus have to be Lord? Just remember, the phallus only has to be Lord in this particular recipe, this particular ceremony. Here we cry foul. Why does the phallus get to be Lord? Is not the yoni as great as the phallus? Of course it is. But can't we hold our horses long enough to see what kind of pie we are baking? The yoni is as important as the phallus, but in this particular recipe, in this very focused, individual, unique, standalone magical technique, the yoni is not referred to as the Lord. And it goes on, it says, and in one star in the company of stars, of whose fire we are created, and to which we shall return. And in one Father of light, mystery of mystery, in his name Chaos, the sole vice-regent of the sun upon the earth. Okay, we got all sorts of elemental Yod He Vav He things nestled in there. One star in the company of stars, whose fire we are created. Okay, now chaos. I tell you, when people bring their grandmothers to Mass, very often the grandmother goes, "Oh my God, chaos! What have I come to? They take me to Satan and chaos." Oh. Hold your horses, Grandma. Chaos. Hokmah. Shiva. No big thing, okay? I mean, it is a big thing, but it's, hold your horses. Chaos. In Magic and Theory and Practice, Crowley defines chaos as, quote, the general name for the totality of the units of existence. So, in essence, chaos, number 2, Hokmah on the Tree of Life, smash it with a hammer and break it into a billion shards, and each one of those shards is in and of itself the All-Father. It goes on. And in what air? The nourisher of all that breathes. Well, I can believe in air. And I believe in one earth, the mother of us all. And in one womb, don't analyze my handwriting. And in one womb, wherein all men are begotten, and wherein they shall rest, mystery of mystery, in her name, Babylon. Now, you may scream, that's not fair. Why does Babylon get to be the womb? The phallus is the alchemical anthenor. Is not Chaos, the father in Hokmah, also a womb which incubates the master of the temple into a magus? You may hear somebody shake their finger at you and say, didn't the father god Zeus incubate his son Dionysus in his own thigh? Of course, well, that's true. But can't we hold our horses long enough to see what kind of pie we are baking? It goes on. And I believe in the serpent and the lion, mystery of mystery, in his name, Baphomet. There's the serpent and the lion. Tet means serpent. Leo is the lion. And the name of the card, Crowley calls it Lust. This used to be the old strength card in classic decks. And it shows a woman holding the lion's mouth open or trying to close it. And the lion has that serpent tail. Okay, it's a force. But it's a certain kind of force, and Crowley wanted to call that force lust. Not craven, crazy type thing, which is a terribly, uh-oh. It says a live video is starting. Have I been, oh, shoot. Has any of this been going on? Oh, fudge. Let's see. I'm going to stop.